Throughout history, the fates of millions have hinged upon the whims of powerful rulers. Some remembered for their wisdom and benevolence, others etched into the annals of time for their brutality, tyranny, and ambition. Join us as we journey through the ages, exploring the lives and reigns of 10 of history's most dangerous kings. From the unforgiving landscapes of the Mongolian steppes emerged a leader who would reshape the world. His name was Temujin, but history would come to know him as Genghis Khan, the Great Khan.
His armies swept across Asia like a tempest, leaving a trail of conquered kingdoms in their wake. From the Khwarezmian Empire in Persia to the Jin dynasty of China, no army could withstand the Mongol onslaught. Cities that resisted were sacked and their inhabitants slaughtered, serving as a grim warning to those who dared defy the Khan.
Genghis Khan's conquests were fueled by a military genius rarely seen in history. His cavalry, masters of horseback warfare, moved with lightning speed and devastating precision. By the time of his death in 1227, Genghis Khan's empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, making it the largest contiguous land empire in history. In the heart of Transylvania, a region steeped in folklore and shadowed by dark legends, ruled a man whose name would become synonymous with cruelty, Vlad III, better known as Vlad the Impaler. Vlad's reign over Wallachia, a principality in modern-day Romania, was marked by a campaign of terror designed to instill fear in his enemies, both foreign and domestic.
His preferred method of execution, impalement, was as gruesome as it was effective. Victims were impaled on sharpened stakes, left to die a slow and agonizing death. Vlad's brutality was not reserved solely for his enemies. He was known to punish even the slightest offenses among his subjects with unimaginable cruelty. His reputation for cruelty spread far and wide, striking terror into the hearts of even the Ottoman Turks who threatened his borders.
Ivan IV of Russia, crowned Tsar at the tender age of 3, would grow to become known as Ivan the Terrible, a ruler whose reign was marked by paranoia, brutality, and a reign of terror that left an indelible mark on Russian history.
Obsessed with consolidating his power and crushing any hint of dissent, Ivan established the Oprichnina, a secret police force tasked with eliminating his enemies, real or imagined. The Oprichniki, clad in black and often mounted on black steeds, became the embodiment of Ivan's terror. They were empowered to arrest, torture, and execute anyone suspected of disloyalty to the Tsar.
Ivan's paranoia extended even to his own family. In a fit of rage, he struck and killed his own son and heir, an act that plunged him further into madness and violence. Despite his cruelty, Ivan the Terrible was also a complex figure. From the depths of Central Asia, a storm of horse hooves and war cries erupted onto the European stage.
Leading this tempest of destruction was Attila, king of the Huns, a man whose very name struck terror into the hearts of Romans and barbarians alike.
Attila's Huns were a nomadic warrior people, renowned for their equestrian skills and their ruthlessness in battle. They were a force unlike anything the Roman Empire had faced before, a relentless tide of destruction that threatened to engulf the civilized world.
Attila, a charismatic and cunning leader, embraced his fearsome reputation. He styled himself as the Scourge of God, sent to punish a wicked world. His armies rampaged across Europe, leaving a trail of devastated cities in their wake. Though Attila's empire crumbled after his death, his impact on Europe was profound.
Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, better known as Caligula, ascended to the throne of the Roman Empire amidst great hope and expectation. He was the son of Germanicus, a beloved general, and was expected to usher in a golden age. However, Caligula's reign descended into a maelstrom of debauchery, paranoia, and cruelty that shocked even the most hardened Romans. Accounts of Caligula's reign paint a picture of a man consumed by madness. He is said to have appointed his favorite horse, Incitatus, as a senator, declared war on the sea itself, and indulged in unimaginable acts of cruelty and excess. Caligula's paranoia grew with each passing day. His reign of terror culminated in his assassination at the hands of his own Praetorian Guard, a desperate act to end the madness that had gripped the empire. Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, the last emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, ascended to the throne with a promise of a glorious reign. However, his rule would be forever overshadowed by tragedy, tyranny, and the devastating fire that consumed Rome. Nero's early reign showed promise, but his rule gradually descended into a pattern of extravagance, paranoia, and cruelty. He was a patron of the arts, but his lavish spending and self-indulgence alienated many. In 64 AD, a fire engulfed Rome, raging for 6 days and leaving much of the city in ruins. Legend has it that Nero played his lyre while watching the city burn, though the veracity of this claim remains debated. Regardless of his actions during the fire, Nero used the disaster to his advantage, blaming the Christians for the conflagration and unleashing a wave of persecution against them. Facing growing opposition and rebellion, Nero took his own life in 68 AD, ending a reign marked by both artistic brilliance and tyrannical excess. From the chaos of the Warring States period emerged a ruler who would forge a unified China, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty. Ruthless and ambitious, Qin Shi Huang waged relentless war against his rivals, crushing them one by one and bringing an end to centuries of division. To consolidate his power and ensure the stability of his newly unified empire, Qin Shi Huang implemented a series of radical reforms. He standardized weights and measures, currency, and even the written script, forging a common Chinese identity. However, Qin Shi Huang's reign was also marked by tyranny and oppression. He outlawed Confucianism, burning books and burying scholars alive in an attempt to quash dissent. His most enduring legacy is undoubtedly the Great Wall of China, a testament to both his vision and his ruthlessness. Qin Shi Huang's reign was brief but impactful.
King Leopold II of Belgium, often remembered for his role in the Berlin Conference and the scramble for Africa, cast a long shadow over the continent.
His reign was marked by greed, exploitation, and unspeakable cruelty inflicted upon the people of the Congo Free State, his personal fiefdom. Under the guise of philanthropy and progress, Leopold's agents subjected the Congolese people to forced labor, torture, and mutilation in a relentless pursuit of ivory and rubber, resources highly prized in Europe.
Millions of Congolese perished under Leopold's brutal regime. Villages were razed, families were torn apart, and those who failed to meet their quotas faced horrific punishments. International outcry eventually forced him to relinquish control of the Congo Free State to the Belgian government, but not before irreparable damage had been done.
From the steppes of Central Asia arose a conqueror who would rival Genghis Khan in his ambition and brutality, Timur, known to history as Tamerlane, Timur the Lame. A brilliant strategist and a ruthless leader, Timur forged a vast empire through a series of lightning-fast military campaigns. His armies, renowned for their discipline and ferocity, carved a path of destruction from Persia to India, leaving a trail of shattered kingdoms in their wake. Timur was a master of psychological warfare. He instilled terror in his enemies, often building pyramids of skulls outside conquered cities as a grim warning to those who dared resist. His sack of Delhi in 1398 was particularly brutal. The city was left in ruins, its streets littered with the corpses of its inhabitants. Despite his brutality, Timur was also a patron of the arts and sciences. Henry VIII, King of England, is perhaps best known for his 6 wives and his role in the English Reformation. However, beneath the surface of this larger-than-life monarch lay a ruthless streak and a thirst for power that left an indelible mark on English history. Obsessed with securing the Tudor dynasty and siring a male heir, Henry cast aside wives who failed to produce a son, leading to a series of annulments, executions, and religious upheavals that shook England to its core. His break with the Catholic Church and the establishment of the Church of England, with himself as its supreme head, was a pivotal moment in English history, forever altering the religious landscape of the country. He dissolved monasteries and seized their wealth, enriching the crown and solidifying his power. Those who fell out of favor with the king often met sticky ends, their lives forfeit to Henry's ambition and paranoia. Henry VIII left a complex legacy. The kings and rulers we've explored in this video left an indelible mark on history. Some, like Genghis Khan and Qin Shi Huang, forged vast empires and left behind legacies of both progress and destruction. Others, like Vlad the Impaler and King Leopold II, are remembered for their cruelty, their names forever etched in the annals of infamy.
Goodbye.